technically the biggest hurdle for me as an agency owner was I needed a central platform, and it doesn't have to do all the things, right? Like it doesn't need to be end to end, but I needed a place to land that was open so that I could take advantage of, you know, all of the great solutions that were coming out, like Indio and Wonderite and all of these great sort of agent facing, you know, glove box, like whatever it was. There's a lot of these great point solutions. And I had trouble adapting them in the agency because I didn't have sort of an arc or a platform for them all to land into. So it was like, I had Salesforce for CRM, and then we had at that time applied Epic as what we would consider like a database, like our AMS database. And then we had, you know, we wanted to use, like I said, Glovebox or Xylo, I think at the time we were looking. And every time I wanted to use one of those great solutions, I was making my users go outside of their workflow. So it was like I was creating all of these like siloed workflows. And even though we could make a whole plan from beginning to end, and they could hop from this screen and then hop in this screen, we did what we could to make it easy. But the data was siloed, right? And the build to bring data that lived in this system and this system and this system to aggregate it together so that we could do any kind of analytics, that became $1 million technology build. For a non, you know, for a small agency. Yeah. And, you know, we weren't small, but we certainly weren't, you know, $1 million IT tech budget agency. And so at some point we just said like, okay, well, we have to go without. And then we started doing it, like we had a wish list, and then we had to dwindle down the wish list. And what ended up happening is we're barely getting by. And that was the standard to which that we would all have to adhere to. Like, does it work? Does it get us by? Okay, then that's good enough. And that's not good enough to compete with Brown and Brown, right? Like, it's just not as an agency. So that was the number one thing that when we went to build IRYS was, can we build a platform that can do the core functionality of day-to-day, right? But also leaves room for other solutions to integrate with, that we as IRYS are never going to be as good at building, right? Like I'm never going to be as good as NetSuite at general ledgering. It's, you know, so why would I try to recreate that? And I think that was the key to IRYS in the beginning, is microservice and API based. Hi, my name is Margeaux Giles. I am the CEO of IRYS, and this is the future of insurance.